Hi, I'm Dina Kennedy from dinakennedy.com, and this is your video Q&A for Wednesday, December 2nd. Thanks for your questions. I think we'll just dive right in. Wonderful first question. Someone wrote in, my 11-year-old son is very sensitive to energy, and he's been having occasional chest pains since the day after the Paris bombings. Doctor did blood work and chest x-ray, which were both normal. I don't think he has any conscious knowledge of the tragedy, but I think he could feel the energy shifts in so many people since then. What's the best way to support him? Ooh, this is a tough one. I really had to sit and think with this a bit. I have quite a bit of information channel into me around this. I think the most important things that I get are, first of all, if you know Reiki, it would be a great idea to Reiki his feet and really help him drop the energy in his body from his head and his chest down into the earth through the feet. So what you could do is you would just simply use your hands and put them on the tops of his feet, or you could hold the top and the bottom of the foot at the same time, and just invite the energy in his body to drain down to you and reattach him to the earth. That will be a good first start, so that whatever's pooling in here remembers that it's okay to go down and out. And the other thing I would suggest, and I suggest this anytime someone has trouble breathing or has chest pain, is to breathe out of the back of your body. People don't really realize that your lungs can go forward and also to the back. And so if it's hard to breathe in the front, it's a good idea to breathe in the back. And one way he can test this, if he's got the patience for it, is have him lean against the wall and breathe. And once he starts to breathe his back open, which might even take a couple of days. It's not an easy thing to get the hang of. But once he gets it, the breath will push him slightly away from the wall, and when he releases the breath, he'll come back to normal. And when he breathes in into the back, he'll push off from the wall, and then the exhale, he'll come back on the wall. That will help him a lot to feel like he has other options for breathing if it becomes difficult. The other things I would suggest are, yes, people are energy sensitive, and when you realize that the whole world is a web of energy, and when something pulls on one piece of that weaving, everything gets pulled in the whole web. It is indeed true that people will feel the energy of a big impact somewhere else in the world. That energy comes around the globe in a nanosecond as a wave, just like a tsunami does. It comes through as a wave. And some of us are very sensitive to those waves, and we will take almost a smack from them like we're at the ocean. So you might want to let him know that this is not, I mean, it sounds weird, but it's not totally weird. It's not unique to him. This happens to other people. And what's happened is he got hit by the wave of the shock, and now his work is to just let the wave pass the rest of the way through him and out the back. That's what I do when I get a big shock wave. Sometimes they wake me up at night. I take a breath, I breathe out of my back, I work on my grounding, and I ask that wave to just continue moving through me. One other thing that I would suggest trying with him, and this is one that I'll do with anybody at any time, is to say, you do this for him, you say, angels, please take anything that's not whatever his name is out of his body. Angels, I'll use myself. Angels, please take anything that's not mine out of my body and away for transmutation. Thank you. And you can do that for him. I do that for all of my clients before I close a session. And that will lift whatever he's holding that doesn't actually belong to him up and out of his body. Because I have a sense that someone in his life, possibly a grandmother or grandfather, was very rattled by the bombing and very upset, and that may be where he's getting the pain from. So again, you're just going to ask the angels to take anything that's not his out of his body and away for transmutation. So lots of information there, and I wish you both luck and blessings. And I think if he breathes and grounds and understands that this might not even be his energy, so he can just let it go, let him know he's not required to hold that for any reason. It's perfectly fine to let it just pass on through. And that's it. That was our question for today, and I hope to see you again next week. Feel free to send your questions in by email, through the website, dinakennedy.com, through the Facebook page, which is facebook.com/DinaKennedyReiki. If you'd like to learn more about me, or can maybe think about working with me on your own, one-on-one, you can check out some more of my videos on YouTube, Dina Kennedy, D-I-N-A, and also on my website, dinakennedy.com. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being you. And until next time, I wish you joy. Bye.